Crane's Echoing Call is the new 5-star catalyst which will be featured in the version 4.4 weapon banner, and this video will cover everything you need to know about this weapon so that you can decide whether to pull for this weapon or not. First, let's have a look at the stats of this weapon. Now the first thing you'll notice is that it has a whopping 741 base attack, which is currently the highest amount you can get in a 5-star weapon. This makes this weapon stand out among other catalysts, and this weapon is completely tailored towards characters like Xian Yun, whose kit revolves around their overall attack. Also, this weapon has 16.5% attack as a substat, which may not sound like a lot, but like I've said in some of my previous videos, that in case of weapons having higher base attack, even small increment in attack percentage can lead to a significant difference. So these stats do add up, and it will provide a significant boost to the overall attack of the wielder. Now the passive of this weapon provides 28% damage bonus to plunge attacks whenever the wielder performs a plunge attack, and when other party members do plunge attacks, then it will recover 2.5 energy for the wielder. And the best part is that there is no limitation on the maximum amount of energy which can be restored in this way. So suppose if you pair the wielder with Xiao, then for each plunge attack he performs will restore 2.5 energy to the wielder, which is awesome. Or you can give this weapon to Xian Yun, whose burst increases the jumping height of all party members. This will help them in performing plunge attacks, which will in turn restore energy for Xian Yun. Now the passive of this weapon is good, but its use case is extremely niche to Xian Yun, cause apart from her there is no catalyst user who can perform plunge attacks at will, except Wanderer when his E-skill duration expires, but he uses normal and charged attacks to deal damage instead of plunge attacks, so he is not the best user for this weapon. Only Xian Yun can utilize this weapon's passive properly. Now there are workarounds for this, like you can use Venti to generate an up current, or you can use Albedo's E-skill, or you can climb Geo-constructs, which will let the character to perform plunge attacks and will activate the passive. And among all of these methods, the best one is to use Venti's upcurrent, cause it's much easier to set up and it will let you perform multiple plunges in quick succession. But if these methods feels like too much of a hassle, then I wouldn't recommend you to pull for this weapon. Now you can absolutely get this weapon for Xian Yun. It's 100% worth it. Also, it's not a bad weapon to get if you lose your 50-50, as it has absurdly high base attack, which is quite good for DPS units. Let me know if you've any doubts, and as always, I'll meet you guys in my next video. See ya.